Today, I'm going to be processing clay. So, like in my last video, you saw that I was collecting clay. Shh, I'm trying to talk. I was collecting clay. So now we're going to process it in a way that everyone can do at home. So once I'm done processing this, I'm going to see if I can do some pottery with it and see if I can make anything that is useful. So let's get to it. First things first is you want to get the clay. I had to double bag it because the last bag ripped. But you want to get your clay and you want to put it all in a bucket, preferably. Okay, let's see. This is gonna suck. All right, this is a 5-gallon bucket. It looks like I got everything in there. So next, I'm gonna take you to this waterfall near my house. Really cool. I'm gonna show you. All right, we're at the waterfall. Let's collect some water. All right, fill the bucket up with water. So let's go process this clay now. What we're going to do is we're going to mix it up so we can get all the clay particles floating in the air, and then we're going to filter it, get all the sticks and rocks out. So, see you later. Okay. We got the clay water here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mix it up very, very well to make it like a chocolate milk smoothie. Right now it's mostly just like dirty water. But soon we're going to try to like make it chocolate milky. So we'll get to that. We got a stick. I'm going to start mixing it around. So I just really want to break everything apart, get it all separated, flowing around. In a bit, I'll be using my hands so I can mix it around better. But for now, I'm just trying to break everything. As I'm doing this, I'm going to be taking out big chunks of stuff that's not needed, like this rock right here. Definitely grab it. Don't have to filter it because it's easy to grab here. So let's toss that out. Well, we'll be doing that along the way. It definitely takes a lot longer than I thought it would. Some people use electric tools. It looks a lot easier, but not what I'm here for. All primitive, except the plastic bucket and maybe the waterfall, but we won't talk about that. Kind of smells like mud on a rainy day. It smells very nice, very nostalgic. I used to play in the mud with my brothers, and we'd make a mess and get in trouble, but it's totally worth it. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing there's some parts that aren't getting wet because the clay makes a bubble. So, gotta make sure that breaks apart. Gotta reach in deep and kind of flip everything over. Make sure everything's soaked. Make sure it dissolves, floats into the water. You can see how much clay particles are in the water. Doesn't matter how much I wash it, just keeps coming back. So that's a good sign. It's gonna suck though, trying to turn off this camera. It's gonna get all dirty. So I gotta figure out something. As you can see now, the clay is a lot like chocolate milk. I'm gonna give it a little swirl so I can show y'all. That's chocolate milk right there. Makes me kind of thirsty. Don't drink this though, it's not healthy. But you can see how full of clay it is. Super excited for this. So this next step, not gonna lie, might be the hardest step. The only reason is because it uses an old shirt, and I can't ask my parents for permission because I know they say no. So I'm gonna do it without them knowing. Except they'll watch this video. Sorry, Dad, I'm using an old shirt. Okay, and also an old cooler. Let me go fetch the shirt and also a pillowcase. You'll see why in a bit. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my old shirt. I'm gonna use this old cooler that isn't used anymore, and I I'm going to see if I can get this to stay still. That's the first priority because it keeps falling over. Okay. So I'm going to lay the shirt out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to filter the clay so that all the stuff that's not clay is going to stay on the shirt and I can just throw it. Just throw the stuff on the side. So let me figure out how I can get this to stay and I'll be right back at you. Alright, I found some paracord that I was using on an earlier project, but unfortunately the audio was really bad, so I had to scrap it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around so that it can stay in place, hopefully. Here, I'm going to pour the unfiltered clay. Okay, so it's filtering. This is very slow. So I'm going to kind of help it out a bit. Hope it's filtering. Well, this sucks. I'm going to get in trouble for this because I need another material. I will be back. Alright, I found my brother's old jersey. I'm going to use that. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Like I said, Father, I apologize. Totally worth it. Sort of. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it anymore. I'm kind of... We'll see what happens. Alright. Now, this is going to work. If it doesn't, I'm going to be upset. But this will filter. I know it will, because there's no way it won't. Let's try this one more time. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, you can definitely hear the water falling through. That was weird. Is that a lizard? It's a lizard. Aw. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all this gunk. That is a huge lizard. Holy cow. There's a lizard chasing another lizard. I would show y'all, but, you know. You know what? I don't want y'all to miss this. Hold on. Look at that. That thing's big. They're chasing another one. I think he's trying to eat it. Or other stuff. I don't know. Alright. So as I'm filtering this out, I'm going to grab all the gunk at the bottom. I'm going to throw it out so that it's going to be pushed in easier. You can see how much clay is in this. It's crazy. I mean, I don't even know if this is filtering because of how thick it is. It's crazy. I mean, that's really, really good for the pillowcase, but not good for what I'm doing now. Alright, taking it with my hand helps it go through. It stops the sediments from settling down at the bottom and clogging up the little pores that are in this jersey. So I'm going to just keep doing this until it's all filtered through. As you see here, it's a bunch of like sand and rocks. This is not good for clay because it can make it explode. Cause yeah, so that's why we're filtering this out. And yeah, there we go. All sticks and stuff. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna squeeze a little bit so I can get all the clay. I don't want to waste any. I'm gonna throw this out. And we're gonna keep on doing this. I'll get to y'all when I'm done. Alright. I just emptied the bucket into the filter. I'm just going to filter the...
So I didn't realize at this moment, but my microphone has died. So for a while, I'm going to be voiceovering what's kind of going on. So right here, I am filtering the last of the clay. Yeah, I just filtered it. So I am untying it and showing y'all the progress that I've made with filtering. And you'll see in a bit how the clay looks inside. It looks really cool. Okay. Like very smooth, very clay-like, and very exciting. Alright, this is what the clay looks like. Like I said, it looks really smooth, very silky. And you can see like it's very, very dense. And that means there's a lot of clay, so that's very good news.
Really the patient part. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our filtered clay, pour it into the bucket from last time. I cleaned it out so that there's no unfiltered stuff. I'm going to pour this back into this, and then we're going to let it sit for a couple hours, maybe a day or two. Hopefully not, because then this video would come out later. But I'm going to start pouring this in. and hopefully nothing goes wrong. I'll be really sad if this all falls out. So let me see if I can think of something that's a little smarter than just pouring it. Okay, I was wrong. Pouring that was easier than pouring that. So that being said, everything in here is just clay particles. Really nice to see. I'm going to see if I can wash this out and pour it in there a little bit more so I can get some more clay. Or, you know what, I have enough. I think I have enough. I have a lot. I mean, basically a whole 5-gallon bucket. So I'm going to move you all to a sunny area. I'm going to show you all what's next. Alright, so we're going to leave the clay like this. And we're just going to wait for the water to come on top and the clay to settle down. So clay is a lot heavier than water is. So you'll see, I'm going to have a time lapse, and you'll see that the water will settle down or the clay will settle down really, like, you'll see a clear difference. I mean, already I think I can see one, but we'll see in the time lapse. So see you all in a couple hours, a couple days, hopefully not the latter. So yeah. Alright, it's officially been around like 20 hours. As you can see, the clay has settled just a tiny bit, so this definitely takes a lot longer than I'd hope. There's a bug in there. I don't know. There's some stuff falling in, so I'm going to try to get that out without disturbing the clay. Wow, look at that, it just like separates. That's actually pretty cool. Let me try and get this. Nope, everything's just going away. Doesn't matter, I'm going to pour the top off anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this water and I'm going to dump it out without and my goal is to not get any clay to fall out. I mean, some is gonna, but the main goal is to get the water out. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to go very slowly without disturbing the clay, or trying not to. It's really cool watching the clay on the wall. Like, it like gets wet and then it settles down. So I'm going to pour this out just a little bit. I'm going to do that. As much water out as possible. I'm going to let some clay out so that we can get more of that water. But now it's ready for the next step. So now that we got some water away, I'm going to grab the pillowcase and I'll show you all what's next. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do what I did last time, sort of. But what I want to do, instead of filtering out the whole clay particles, what we're going to do is we're going to filter out the water. Now this process is a lot longer than just filtering out the clay and stuff, because we have to wait for it to dehydrate and get all that stuff out. So let's see if I can cover this as much as I can. There we go. So if you're going to do this, make sure you use a very old pillowcase that's never going to be used again, because it gets really messy. Oh, I'm wearing the same shirt as I did yesterday because I might get a little dirty again, and I don't want to get a clean shirt dirty. So I'm going to tie this as tight as I can so that the pillowcase does not fall. And I'm going to pour in the clay. So let's do that real quick. Alright, now I'm going to pour the clay into the old pillowcase. So hopefully I don't spill any, because that'd be a waste of 20 hours. Hold on, let me get a better grip. There we go. Oh yeah. You can see how thick that is. I'm going to get everything else, I'm going to just scoop it in there. So I can get as much as I can out of this. Alright, I just got my hands washed, so I'm going to tie this up now, and then I will hang this up so that the water can fall out. Excuse the wind chimes, they're very pretty, but they probably sound a lot louder than I do, so I'll try to speak up a little bit. But, let me set this up. here is the pillow case with the clay. It's kind of like a water bed, almost. But if I lift this, you'll see that no clay is leaking out, except on that side, but I'll fix that. Just water. So that's what the main goal is just to have water leaking out. All the clay particles are going to get stuck so that I'm left with a very, very pure clay with barely any, like, impurities. So I'm realizing that my trampoline's actually going to be in the shade most of the day, so I'm going to lay this out somewhere that's more sunny, and I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to try something real quick. I saw this on a video, but they laid a brick on top, and I think it got the water out quicker. So I'm going to check to see if it just gets water out or if it gets clay and water in. If it's just water, I'll leave the brick. If it's both, I'll take it out because I don't want to waste any clay. So I'll be back. Alright, from what I can tell, it's just water leaking out, which is a really, really good thing. So if I were to graze my hand over this, you can see how clear that is. It's not dirty at all. So that's really, really good sign. I'm going to leave this like this, or leave it like this for a couple hours. Hopefully not a day like I had to do with the bucket. So, I'll get back to you. It has been 24 hours since I let this out. I had to move it to a different area because my brother was going to cut some grass, but check it out. So, oh my gosh, that's very dry. Wow. The main thing you want to do is you want to feel it, and if it leaves an indent, that means it's ready. So, let's open this up and check it out. There's some critters that like the water from beneath, or like the hydration. So there's a worm here trying to hide under all that. Back. There you go. Look at that. I mean, you can't really see from here, but it pulls some out. Look at that. It's just clay. I mean, it feels like really smooth. Like no impurities at all. It's really excited. So there you go. There you have it. That's how you process clay. Alright. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna move it over to a trash bag for storage purposes. It's a little windy out here, so hopefully this doesn't fly away while I'm doing this. But yeah. So. If you look at it though, I mean, look at how pure this thing really is. I'm really happy with how it turned out. You can see, that's just clay. That's really cool. I'm excited to make some stuff with this. I was really trying hard not to get my hands dirty, but, not really much you can do about it. So, in a future video, I'll definitely do pottery. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I hope you all enjoyed. That's how you process clay. See you next time.